Hello to all of you, my great students in the 9th grade. How are you today? Welcome back to my English lesson. I am your English teacher, Iman Al-Jafari at Al Farouk Academy. Are you ready to start our lesson today? Okay, let's go. The title of our lesson is Modal Verbs plus Passive Infinitive. So in this lesson, you are going to revise your information about modal verbs. Students should be able to know the uses of passive voice in English, and the last point you are going to know the formation of passive voice with modals in English. So let's start with the first point. I prepared this table for you. In this table, we have some modals in English like will and would, shall and should, can and could. Okay, what you have to know is that all of these modals are followed by an infinitive form of the verb. Okay, so after these modals, you are going to use verb one, or what do we call in English the infinitive form of the verb. Who can give me an example? Excellent. I can speak English. So I is the subject of this sentence. Can is the modal that is followed by the infinitive form of the verb speak. And we have English, the object of this sentence, okay? Another sentence. Students must obey the rules, okay? Again, the subject is excellent. Students. Must is the modal verb. Obey is the infinitive form of the verb, and the rules is the object of this sentence. Okay, so till now, what you are going to learn in this lesson, how can we change this formation or this structure into passive, okay? Now, let's start with the use of passive voice. Why do we use passive voice in English? Look at this picture. When I ask you, who broke the window? We don't know. So you say, I don't know. What we know is that the window was broken. Okay, so the first use of passive voice in English, when we don't know who does the action. Again, when we don't know who does the action, so we can use the passive voice. Okay, so here in this example, we don't know who broke the window, so we use the passive voice. The window was broken. Look at the second picture. John was playing and he broke the window. So when I ask you who broke the window, you can say the window was broken by John. So here, when the doer of the action is important to mention, we know the doer of the action, who is John, and it is important to mention him. Okay, when someone asks you who broke the window, you will say the window was broken by John. So if the doer of the action is important to mention, you are going to use by, okay? So two uses of passive voice in English. The first one, as in the first picture, when you don't know who does the action. The second one, when you do know who does the action, which is, or who is John in this picture, and it is important to mention him, okay? And now I want any one of you to give me another example that contains modal verb in English. Excellent. So when we say John will buy a car, okay, here John is the subject, will is the modal verb, buy is the infinitive form of the verb, and a car is excellent. It is the object of this sentence. Okay, so the sentence starts with the subject, which is John. John will buy a car. Okay, I want to give you another sentence. A car will be bought. Again, a car will be bought. So who can give me the difference between the first and the second sentence? Look at these sentences and give me the difference. What do you notice here? Excellent. So the second sentence starts with excellent, the object. Okay. So instead of the subject, the second sentence starts with the object. Okay. So John will buy a car. A car will, which is modal, be bought. Bought is the third or the past participle form of the verb, which is verb 3. Okay, so in these two sentences, you will learn that the first structure is an active structure in English. Any sentence starts with the subject, it is an active sentence. Any sentence starts with the object. Here we have the second sentence, a car will be bought. It is a passive voice sentence. Okay, so to change any active sentence that contains models into passive, you are going to follow these 4 steps. They are the first step, object, model, plus P, plus the past participle form of the verb, which is verb 3. Again, any active sentence contains subject, model, infinitive form of the verb, and object. To change this structure into passive, you are going to start with the object, model, plus P, plus the past participle form of the verb. Okay? Again, the formation of any active sentence, subject, model, infinitive form of the verb, plus an object. To change this structure into passive, you are going to start the passive sentence with object, model, plus P, plus the past participle form of the verb. Okay? Now, I have this example. I am going to give you the active voice sentence and how can we change it into passive. Okay, when we say you mustn't leave the door open. Again, you mustn't leave the door open. Here you is the subject of the active sentence. Mustn't is a model in negative form. Leave is the base form of the verb, or what do we call an infinitive form of the verb. The door is the object. To change this structure into passive, you are going to start your passive voice sentence with excellent, the object, which is the door, then the modal verb mustn't, plus P, plus the past participle form of leave, which is left. Okay, so the door mustn't be left open. Any question? Okay, did you understand the lesson? Did you understand my point? So you will be able to do this practice with me. The first practice in our lesson, change into passive. I am going to give you this sentence and your job to change this sentence into passive. When we say oil company mustn't cut down the trees, okay, the subject in this sentence, oil company, mustn't is a modal verb in the negative form, cut down is the base form of the verb, and the tree is the object. To change this active structure into passive, you are going to start the passive sentence with excellent, the trees. The second step, you are going to use the model, which is mustn't, excellent. The third step, be cut down, excellent. So the correct answer will be the trees mustn't be cut down. You can add by oil company. Okay, the second activity, put the verbs into the correct form. Okay, so in this activity, you are going to notice your sentence starts with the subject or the object. Okay, let's look at this sentence. We must donate money to protect our planet. Your sentence starts with the subject. Okay, we is the subject, must is the modal verb. So if you have an active sentence, okay, what should we use after must? Excellent, the base form of the verb or the infinitive form of the verb. So we say we must donate money to protect our planet. If you have an active voice sentence, after modal you have to use excellent, the base form of the verb. The second one, money must give to protect our planet. Okay, so when we say النقود تعطي أم تعطى, yes, so it is a passive voice sentence. Since it is a passive voice sentence, you are going to use object plus modal plus P plus the past participle form of the verb. So the correct answer will be excellent. Money must be given. Again, money must be given. Did you understand the lesson? Okay, now I need one of you to come here and to tell us what did you learn from my lesson. Okay, yes, please listen carefully to your classmate.
Let's practice passive voice with remember the structure of active voice and passive voice. Remember, to add a modal verb, we put the modal verb after the object and before be. Let's try an example. Students should not eat food during class. This is an active sentence.
Yeah.
Students are the subject, eat is the verb, and food is the object.
Yeah.
To change this to the passive voice,
You
we
are
must
doing
use the formula
4
object
steps.
plus form of to be plus past participle. Let's try together.
Here we have models.
The object of the sentence is food.
Yeah.
Then we add the modal verb
Yes.
should,
Excellent.
not, a form of be, and the past participle of eat, which is eaten.
Excellent.
Food should not be eaten
By.
during class. We could also optionally add by students, but this isn't necessary.
Excellent. Another example.
Another example, we can discover a cure. This is an active sentence. We is the subject, discovers the verb, and the cure is the object.
Yes, excellent.
How can we change this to passive voice?
Object, model, be plus the past
The
participle form.
object first, a cure.
Yeah.
Then the modal verb, can, a
Be.
form of be, past
Discover.
participle of discovered,
Excellent.
discovered, and then optionally we can add the subject.
Excellent, excellent. Say thank you to your classmate. Did you understand the lesson? Okay, please prepare please revise our lesson, and thank you for listening to me. If you have any question, you can send me a message. Thank you very much, my dear students.